Hello, this is Ross Lantin from Section 1-2, and today I'm going to explain about chemical bonding. Okay, atoms rarely exist alone because it needs more than one atom to create a matter. And when these atoms are bonded together, they have less potential energy and are more stable because atoms want a stable state. How do these atoms lower their energy? They either lose, gain, or share their electrons to other atoms so that they could obtain a noble gas electron configuration, a stable state. But first, let's talk about chemical bonds. Chemical bond is a mutual electrical attraction between the nuclei and valence electrons of different atoms that binds the atoms together. So, the nuclei attracts the electrons. The first kind of bond is the ionic bond. This is the result from electrical attraction between large numbers of cations and anions. Basically, this is the bond between a metal and a non-metal. The electrons of the metal, is being transferred to the non-metal. Next kind of bond is the covalent bond. This is the result from sharing of electrons between two non-metal atoms. So the electrons belong to both atoms. So there are two kinds of covalent bond. First is the polar covalent. Okay, this kind of covalent bond has a uneven sharing of electrons because of the high difference of their electronegativity. The electrons are more often at the larger electronegativity, the higher electronegative atom. The electron is more attracted to the higher electronegative atom. The next kind is a non-polar. In this covalent bond, the electrons are shared evenly. Okay, ionic versus covalent bond. Okay, this is the covalent bond. There is the sharing of electrons. They share that electron, they share that electron, and they're both happy. Yes, because they both have electrons. The next is the ionic bond. There is a transfer of electron. This is the metal, and then the non-metal. Then this positive ion and the negative ion. So that's ionic and covalent. The bonding does not fall in one category or the other, but somewhere in between. The type of bond depends on the element's difference in electronegatives though. So that's what I talk about later. So you see, this is the 0.3 and the 1.7 differ. So the non-polar covalent has equal less than 0.3 difference in their electronegative, and the polar covalent has more than 0.3. The ionic bond has more than 1.7. The electrons are being transferred. Okay, so the higher the difference in electronegativity is the higher ionic character of the atoms. Okay, this is the chart of the difference in electronegative. So if it is ionic, if it is more than 1.7, polar covalent if it is between 0.3 and 1.7, and non-polar covalent if it is less than 0.3. Okay, let's practice. So here are the electronegativity of the atoms, of the elements. Okay, we will just determine if the following bonds are ionic, polar covalent, or non-polar covalent. First, sulfur and hydrogen. Okay, sulfur has 2.5 electronegativity and hydrogen has 2.1. So it makes 0.4. Therefore, it is a polar covalent. It is higher than 0.3, so it is polar covalent. Next is sulfur and CS. A sulfur has 2.5, CS has 0.7, therefore it is 1.8, and it is an ionic bond. Next is carbon and chlorine. It is also a polar covalent. Okay, here are the different kinds of bonding. Okay, this is the non-polar, polar, then the ionic. You can see in the non-polar that it is sharing, it is equal. The non-polar, the other side is greater, and the ionic, okay, it's transferring. Okay, here we can also see 3 minus 1, 2, ionic. This is chlorine and oxygen, 3.5, 3, and 0. Polar covalent, and chlorine and Br is a non-polar covalent. Okay. Sorry, there. Okay, the patterns. What kind of patterns in bonding is there? Okay, this is the pattern. If it is a metal, okay, just like what I said earlier, if it is a metal and a non-metal, it is an ionic bond, it transfers the electrons from the metal. If it is non-metal and a non-metal, it is a covalent bond. It is the sharing of electrons. Okay, it's metal. So if it's metal plus metal, it is a metallic bond. Okay, thank you, ma'am, for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video.